a real horror story. Our friend says I don't know what is happening, but I feel that something is constantly watching me at home. Especially when I sit alone in the house at night, I hear some strange sounds, and I don't know the reason for them or the explanation, and one day I was putting a glass of water and a small metal spoon next to me, and in the middle of the night I heard a ringing sound hitting the ground, which is the sound of the metal spoon as if someone threw it on the ground. I woke up in panic and looked around me. I did not find the glass of water nor the metal spoon, but I found it lying far away on the ground, and the spoon was also on the ground. I felt nervous and scared and repelled by that feeling that there is someone watching me. But I found it lying far away on the floor, and the spoon was also on the floor. I felt tense and afraid, and that feeling that someone is watching me. And here I quickly ran to the other room looking for my mother and father, but they were sleeping in a deep sleep. Even my brother was also asleep in the other room, and from that day I feel that someone is watching me at night, but I do not know the reason and who is this thing, and are they really the house building, and why me? The second story is from Jordan Haunted Child. Our friend says I live in a 2-story house, I have 2 small children, the apartment on the top floor has bedrooms, and we always sit in the lower apartment, and one day my daughter was very sick, and my daughter is 7 years old, and I let her sleep in the lower apartment, and I sit next to her. And after I went out, I heard my daughter's voice calling me from upstairs, and she says to me, "Mommy, come on, I want you now." I went out of the apartment door, and I wondered and said to her, "How did you go upstairs, honey, when you are sick? And why did you move from the bed, honey?" She kept telling me, "Mommy, I want you now." She was standing at the top of the stairs. I don't know, but I felt that her shape was strange, and the lights were all turned off and darkness everywhere in the upper apartment, and she was standing, and I could not see anything from her, except blackness. And I hear her voice, and I felt afraid. So I said to her, "How did you go up when you are sick?" And here she did not answer me, and I heard a voice from behind me saying to me, "Mama, I want to drink." I turned around in panic, and here I found my daughter right behind me. I looked frightened to the top of the stairs, and I did not find anything. And from that day I feel that there is something strange in the house. Who is that girl who was calling me from the top of the stairs? I do not know, and I do not know the explanation for what happened that day, and why I am the one who happens to me. Are they really jinns in the house? I do not know. The third story from Lebanon. The dream is a real horror story. Our friend says when I was young, I knew that there was something strange surrounding me. I don't know, but I feel a lot of things moving, of their own accord, and when I told my mother, she would tell me that nothing moves. I got married and lived in a city, and then, because of my husband's work conditions, I moved to the house in an isolated place near the mountain, and since I moved to that house I feel strange things at night. I hear dogs barking in a strange way. I don't know why. I go out to see what's going on, but I see the dogs. They look at the house, they keep barking loudly. I know that dogs can see what we can't see, and one day my husband was out, and he called me and told me that he was going to be late. I fell asleep in the hall and did not feel anything, and when I woke up to the sound of movement, I opened my eyes in fear. I did not find anyone, but I found the bedroom and the light was on. I entered and found my husband wearing heavy winter clothes, and it was hot, and I said to him, "What are you doing? It is still hot on those clothes." But he did not answer and came out in front of me. Wearing many heavy clothes, I stood wondering what happened to him. And here I heard the sound of the phone ringing, and the number calling was my husband. And he told me that he was close to the house and did I want to buy things with him. At that time I felt terrified. Who is this who was a little while ago moving in front of me? And on the second day I found the clothes that he was wearing yesterday, which are winter and heavy clothes, and it was in a very far place above the closet. I found it behind the door, and here I stood very confused. What I saw in front of me was real. But who is this who is wearing my husband's clothes, and why does this happen to me? And not to my husband or my children in the house. Are they the house's architects from the jinn, as they say? And why me? I do not know. I don't know.